Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's get it started. Join me for 30 minutes of core strength, a little bit of glutes, a little bit of abs, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. 30 minutes. We are going to start off in standing with a yoga sequence, quick, just to get some mobility, get our bodies moving. Then we're going to take it down onto the mat for our core series. Finish with some stretching, be done in 30 minutes. My name is Dara. Welcome to the channel. Subscribe. You can join me for live weekly classes or check out my core class playlist or any of my other workouts, nutrition, etc. I'm a physical therapist, nutritionist, strength coach, yogi. Let's get started. Modify as needed. Again, I'm a PT first, so listen to your body, modify for what is good for your body. Start off with an inhale, reach to the sky. Let's just warm up, right? So again, I like to use the yoga sequences, this little vinyasa flow, just as a way to loosen up our bodies, just kind of get things going a little bit. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Just get in touch with your breath, just checking in. How is your body feeling? Any tight spots? Anything feeling stiff? Just getting everything moving. Hang out here for one more breath. And then on your inhale, halfway lift, flat back. This is your hip hinge, flat back here. Straighten out the legs if you want more of a stretch in your hammies. Hold it here, brace with your abs. This is your hinge, your deadlift. Hold it here. Exhale, bring your hands down, step back into plank. We do have some planks today. If you need to modify planks based on your shoulders, please do so. I will show some options. Hold it here for one breath. Pull the belly in. Tuck the chin in. Knees down, slowly lower chaturanga. Uncurl your toes. And again, I'm trying to give you guys, I mostly work with cyclists and runners and endurance athletes, a little bit of full body flow here. So use this opportunity to just check in and get everything working. Some strength in the shoulders. Hold it here. Pull your shoulders down your back for cobra. And then exhale back down. Slowly push yourself back, downward facing dog. Spread your fingers wide, push away from the mat. Drive your hips up high to the sky. Really pushing away from the mat with those nice spread fingers. That's going to give you some nice stability to support your shoulders. Bring that booty up high to the sky. Pedal your feet out. This should be a nice calf and ankle stretch. If you're like me, you got really tight calves and ankles. A lot of my runners and cyclists. That's why we're doing this, right? Work on our mobility as well as our strength. You need both. You need to be supple and strong. Pedal the feet. Let's go through this flow again. We're going to do two more. Walk your hands back to your feet. Rolling up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Articulate through that spine. Supple spine is a healthy spine. Inhale, reach to the sky. Big breath. Exhale, forward fold. Bring the arms down. Knees are soft. Hang out here. Shake the head. Shake the arms. Nice and relaxed. Inhale, halfway lift. Straighten the knees out if you want. More of a stretch in the hamstrings. Come back down to plank. Nice strong shoulders. One breath. Pull the belly in. Tuck the chin in. Engaged here, not sinking. Pushing away. And then exhale either knees down or all the way down chaturanga. Work those shoulders. Uncurl your toes. Press yourself up into cobra, or if you want to come all the way up into up dog, if this feels good. Engage your lats, pull your shoulder blades down your back. This should open up the chest as you squeeze those shoulders down your back. Enjoy this extension. This is nice, healthy for the spine. The spine needs extension. Many of us are just kind of hunched and slouched over stuff all day, whether it's a computer, bike, car, phone. Enjoy this extension. Exhale back down. Push yourself back downward facing dog. We've got one more. Just like this, then we're moving on. Do a little bit of planks to finish off our warm-up. Get into a little bit of shoulder work after we finish this last flow. So one more time with the sun salutation sequence. Walk your hands back to your feet. Rolling up slowly, head coming up last. Inhale, reach to the sky. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Last time through, guys, before we move on. Halfway lift, flat back. Hands come down, plank. We're going to do a three-legged dog next. A little bit of shoulder and core challenge. Hold the plank, one breath. Last time here, exhale, lower chaturanga, however you want to do it. Elbows close to your sides. Uncurl your toes. Push yourself up, up dog or cobra. Last time, enjoy it. And then exhale, back down. Meet me in downward facing dog. We're moving on, guys. Three-legged dog. Now, three-legged dog, if that's not comfy for you, you're like, I can't do this, or you don't really like it, this is three-legged dog, right? You can hang out in down dog or take a child's pose, whatever you want. Now, if you are comfortable and able, lift that right leg up for three-legged dog. Now, you can hang out here. You can open that hip up and stretch out that front of that hip flexor. Or you can make some hip circles, right? Getting into that hip, loosening it up. Even weight is in my hands, opening up that hip or straight. Up to you. Hold it here. 2 more breaths. Then we're going to switch sides. Nice little hip opener here. 1 more breath. Strong shoulders. Don't sink into the shoulders. Bring that right foot down. Bring the knees down. Roll the shoulders. Roll the wrists. Again, for a lot of this plank stuff, if you need to double up your mat just to give your wrists a little bit more support, you can do that, or use a towel, or modify, or take breaks. Let's do the same thing on the left. So come back into downward dog. Flat back, spreading the fingers wide, really pushing away from the mat into my three-legged dog. Left side, left leg goes up. And then from here, bend and open up that left hip. We do have planks coming up in our series. So we're going to do a forearm plank in our series of 3 moves, which is our main core power little series going on here. Take 2 more breaths. Really just opening up that hip. And then bring that left leg down. Walk your hands back to your feet. Let's do chair pose. Rolling up slowly. So this is our last move before we come onto the mat. If you have a weight and you want to grab it now for chair and turn it into a squat, that is up to you. So a kettlebell, a free weight, 2 weights, whatever you got. So if you've got 1 weight, I would suggest holding it at your chest in this goblet squat style, and you're just going to come up and down. Take a nice wide stance. Give yourself some space, right? So if I'm grabbing the weights here, I'm going to squeeze, engage my shoulders, pull those shoulder blades back, keep this weight close to my chest. If you have 2 weights, you can hold them here, or you could even rack them on top of the shoulders. Up to you. So find your stance first. Now, if you have no weights, and you're like, Dara, I'm just here for yoga and chair pose, that's okay. Inhale, reach to the sky. If you do not have weights, exhale, sink back into chair. Hold it here. Come back up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sink low into chair. Again, if you have the weights, holding them here, back up, sink back into your chair. We're just going nice and slow with these. Work on your depth. Up to you. Take this at your own pace. I want you to think about maintaining this flat back position, whichever chair or squat you're in, sinking back. Sit down into the squat. My full weight is in my heels, but my entire foot is engaged. I have my big toe, my pinky toe, and my heel planted firmly. Draw up the arches. That should help pull the knees out. Sink low into your squat. I'm not arching my back. I'm bracing my abs to maintain this neutral spine. I usually cue this as flat back just so people can really get that into their head, but it's really neutral, right? It's the difference between here, here, middle, right? Trying to find that nice little sweet spot of that neutral pelvis. Everyone's gonna look different with their squat. If you need to bring your feet out, that's okay. If you need to turn your toes out, that's okay. Let's do a few more, and then we're done with our warm-up because we got some core work to do. Everything is core, right? You should still be bracing with your squat. Glutes is part of your core. 2 more here, and then we're done. Sink low, use that booty. 1 more. How functional is our chair pose, right? How often do we need the squat? Every day, right? Gotta squat. Done with that. All right, shake it out. Let's come down onto the mat. Let's finish with a little bit of cat-cow just to get that spine nice and healthy, moving it around. Almost everybody can do cat-cow, and it should feel really nice. So let's finish with cat-cow, and then we have our series of 3. So we've got 3 moves. Most of my classes, kind of the same format, so get a little bit of mobility, warm up, nice little dynamic flow, get everything primed, pumping, blood pumping. Then we get into our series of 3 moves, advanced abs and glutes. I will show some modifications, and then we stretch, and that's it. 30 minutes, bam, we're done. Last few here, and then we're gonna get started with our core series. We're gonna start with a dead bug. So dead bug, dying bug, I will show you options, and then we have planks, and then we have a hold, a hollow body hold. Haven't done that in a while, it's one of my favorites, and it's challenging. Last cat-cow here. And then we're gonna be on our back. So come onto your back. Your dead bug is, in my opinion, one of the fundamental moves I want my cyclists, my endurance athletes, my athletes of all levels to master. This is stability here while your arms and legs move. So that is the purpose of this one. So I want you to start off by pressing your lower back down, lift the head up, brace the abs, connect from here to here, zip this closed. My lower back does not come off of the mat. That is the key part of this exercise. So this is a fundamental move that I will teach many of my clients, my patients, my athletes. It's, can you maintain this stability here in your core and your trunk? And if you want to start with level 1 would be just the feet, right? Now if you're like, oh, that's easy, then add the arms. Your third option, you've got many options, is hold a weight. So add a little bit of shoulder stability as I just move the legs. Up to you. I will also show you an advanced version of this when we do our hollow body hold. Now you don't need to keep your head up the whole time while we do these. This is our long set. Our first round is always the longest. Building some core endurance. You don't need to lift the head up, but I like to suggest you do a few at least so that you can make sure you're really doing this part correctly. This, the trunk stable, the lower back pressed down, this is the most important part. So if this ain't right, the rest of it ain't right. So hone in on this part, meaning lifting the head up should help to refine that trunk control and keep that lower back pressed down. When I say pressed down, I mean I should not even be able to get my little teeny finger in that little low back crease. It means you have so much pressure, deep abdominals, rectus abdominis, transversus abdominis, obliques. You should have so much of that abdominal contraction that you're very stable here and your lower back is not moving. So let's finish up with these dead bugs. Then we got planks, right? Little plank, little hollow body hold. 2, 1. This is a minute plank, you guys. Forearm plank. I want you to focus on, this is going to be the exact opposite of our hollow body hold. So this is going to look like a slightly C curve with your plank. Brace with your abs, drive down the elbows, engage here, tension. If you can hang out in a plank for 10 minutes, you are not doing the planks the way that I teach them. So here and here, come into your plank, drive the elbows down to your toes, create tension, spread your fingers wide, press into the ground, tuck the tailbone ever so slightly under. We've got 1 minute. So we're gonna do 30 seconds like this, and then 30 seconds we're gonna dip the hips side to side to get some oblique extra engagement. We're almost done with our basic plank, almost done with the 30 seconds. Hang tight, tight abs, and then dip the hips for the last 30 if you want, or take a break. Right, so I just want you to really imagine that this plank, this RKC style plank, one of my favorites, it should feel like a lot of ab tension because there's this little slight C curve in your back. It's not a flat back, right? So I'm really bracing with my abs. Let's finish this off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come onto your back. Hollow body hold to finish up the sequence. This is the reverse of what we just did. We're only going to do 30 seconds with our hollow hold, right? So your options for hollow hold is here, here, here. Now, if you really want to be a savage and you have a lightweight, you can also hold the kettlebell here or even here, right? Up to you. None of these are easy. Lower back stays pressed down. Let's start in 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold 30 seconds. Again, the key ingredient is just like that first move. My lower back is glued to the ground, just like that first dead bug, right? You see how this is building, the progression? It's all the same stuff. Really hone in on your foundation. 10 seconds. Ooh, I'm feeling it today. Abs are tired. Let's go. Almost done. 3, 2, 1. Come back in. Dead bug. We're not taking a break. Come back in on those dead bugs. We've got a lot to cover in a short amount of time. Let's get it going. All right, we got 3 rounds of these. If you are feeling confident with your dead bug, again, you can add the weights, holding it here. Or I would also suggest tap further away. The longer the lever arm, the longer my legs and arms are, the more I have to work my core to stabilize. So if you're feeling like you've graduated, again, no one really ever graduates from these. You just continue to refine your form and keep on keeping that contraction and that compression and that stability here. But if you're feeling like this is getting a little bit easy, then tap further away or add the weights. Options, got tons of options. And again, beginner, if you're like, hey, I'm not sure I'm really doing this right, just do the feet, right? So a lot of times I'll start off with the feet for people. Once they've really gotten this dialed in, their core is really engaged, then I'll say, okay, now we can add the arms. Last few here, and then we got our planks. In 3, in 2, 1, turn it over, plank. 30-second plank hold, 30-second hip dips, or your own modification. Get ready in 5. Set it up. 2, 1, let's go. Brace with your abs, spread your fingers wide, tuck the chin in, tuck the tailbone under. 30-second hold, 30-second hip dips coming up soon. Brace. We've got 3 rounds, so we're on round 2. Get ready. And then we're just going to dip the hips in 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop. Little itty bitty drop, right? So that little bit of that side to side hip dip, it's just a little bit more oblique engagement. So just challenging our core. There's always ways to kind of modify, challenge, change up your core work. The staples are still great. I do planks often. I do hollow body holds often. I do my core marches, my bicycles, right? The basics, they're still good to do. You can always spice them up with a little bit of weights or changing it up. All right, done with that. Let's come back in. Back at it. Dead bugs. Let's go. Pick your level. Whatever version is calling to you, make sure you have the foundation, right? Get this part in. This is the key. Lower back is pressed down. Abs are engaged, bracing, connecting here, but breathing, right? Can you maintain that diaphragm, the top of your core, pelvic floor, the bottom? Can you also breathe underneath that? Right, so that is a challenge. Is can we do that bracing and that engaging, that stability work with our core, but not hold our breath the whole time? Last few here. And then we've got our planks. Oh, I skipped hollow holds. Oh my gosh, you guys let me skip one. I got so carried away with my planks. All right, guess what? We have 2 hollow body holds in this series. Turn it over. I love hollow body holds, but I hate hollow body holds. So I think my subconscious was saying, we don't want to do them today. Guess what? We've got to do 2 hollow body holds now because I skipped one last round. Oh, I've never done that before. First time for everything. All right, so let's get ready. Let's get into our forearm plank in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, brace. So we'll do this 30 seconds, forearm plank, then hip dips for 30, then hollow body hold, then we'll take a break and we'll do another hollow body hold, and then we'll finish off. We'll do maybe a little bit of lower back strengthening, a little bit of glutes, be done. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and hip dips. I personally love the hollow body holds. They are not easy, but they burn. A nice little stability exercise. Again, we want some dynamic core work as well as static holding. We need both for life, right? We need to move and be stable, but also deflect and be stable against life coming at you in sports and in life. Almost done here. In 3, 2, 1. Let's do that hollow body hold. Number 1, and then we got 2. So again, set yourself up here first. I'm exhaling, I'm pressing down my arms and legs or weights, whatever. Let's start that off in 3, 2, and hold. 30 seconds, hollow body hold. Then we get to rest. Then we get back at another hollow body hold. Because I skipped it last round. Can't believe I just skipped right over it. I was like, oh, we're done so early. Great. Almost done here. Keep holding. These should burn. Press the rib cage down. Press the lower back down. Almost done in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Windshield wiper the knees side to side. Guess what? We've got to do another one. We've got to do another one. And then we're done with this little ab sequence. We went a little bit out of order, such as life. That's life, man. Not every sequence is going to be perfect. All right, let's do our last hollow body hold. All right, last 30-second hold, and then we'll get into some other stuff. Get ready. In 3, 2, 1. Last one. Last one. I think we're going to finish with a little bit of glute bridges, and then we're going to stretch, and that's it for today. That'll be it for our 30 minutes. Keep holding. Press the lower back down. Tuck the chin in. Press the rib cage down. That's going to help to stabilize here. 10 seconds. Almost done. We are almost finished with this little ab series. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Whew. Come right into your glute bridge. Let's finish with glutes. Knees at 90, digging in with the heels. Drive the hips up high to the sky. Squeeze your butt every single time. Engage. Again, your glute bridge is going to be activating glutes, hamstrings, and yes, your lower back as well. Right? This is a strengthener for that entire posterior chain. I want you to put the emphasis on the glutes. So really get extra squeeze. If you have the weights, you can put them here. If you have mini bands, you can put them around the thighs. We're just going to finish with a nice long set. Burn that booty out, and then we're going to stretch, and that is it for today. Arm positions can be here. Again, if you have the weights, they can go right on the hips, or you can drive the elbows into the ground. Squeeze each time, engage, activate. Glutes. This is your hinge. Right? Just like your deadlift. Hinge up, right? We're not rolling up, we're going straight up. Explosive power, glute max, squeeze and lift. Also like your hip thruster, your RDL, this is glute activation. Last few here. Gotta have a strong booty, right? Stabilize the hips, stabilize the pelvis, the spine, and give us power for life, for sports, for everything. 2 more, and then that's it. 1 more. Done with that. Hug the knees into the chest. Let's stretch. Let's cool it down. We got through all of that. Abs, lower back, glutes, deep core, obliques. Hug that right knee into your chest. Let that left leg extend long. Shake it out, that left leg. Let it be relaxed. Rock that right hip around. Move that knee around. Lubricate that hip joint. Stretch. Just starting to slow it down and stretch. Roll the ankles and the toes around. Get those feet mobile, supple. We need these joints to be nice and healthy, including our feet. Bring that knee across your body. So again, This may look different on you, right? I'm grabbing, bringing that knee across my body, getting into the glutes, getting into that lower back a little bit, as long as that feels comfortable. Open that right arm out at an angle, opening up the chest, the rib cage, the shoulders. Play around with that knee position, finding that nice position that just feels good on your body, right? So you could be here, back flat, and just bring the knee across. That's going to get more glute IT band. Or you can roll all the way off. A little bit more lumbar spine. Again, this is just going to depend on what feels good to you and where you feel that you need more of the stretch. Last few breaths here, and then we'll get into our figure 4 stretch. And then we've got the other side. Come back center slowly, figure 4, or thread the needle. Nice hip opener, one of my favorites. Some of these basics, these simple basic yoga stretches or Pilates, or just some of the basics, they're oldies but they're goodies, right? They don't get old. Nice deep hip opener here. This should feel comfortable. If it doesn't feel great, you can just go back to that knee to chest stretch. Roll the shoulders out. Let go of any tension. Let the head go side to side. Let go of any tension. Release the tension everywhere. Inhale through the nose. Exhale it out through the mouth. Let's switch sides when you're ready. Unwrap that right leg, shake it out. Release tension. Roll that left hip around. Healthy, mobile hips. That is your base. Right? Gotta have healthy feet, healthy hips, healthy spine, healthy shoulders. So we want to have some nice strength in all of those, as well as mobility, right? You gotta have both. Nice, healthy body. All right, bring that knee across your body. Speaking of bodies, open that left arm out at an angle, stretching that chest, shoulder. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Nice, slow exhale. Really take your time on that exhale. Really lean into that stretch, finding that position or that angle where the knee, it's like, oh yeah, that's hitting like that good spot, my glutes or lower back or whatever. Play around with that position. We'll finish with our figure 4 stretch. And then we're basically done. Come back to center when you're ready. Figure 4, or thread the needle. And then again, if you want to roll the shoulders out, shake the head side to side. Last few here. And then we're just going to finish in seated with our last little seated stretch. And then that's it for today. And we are done. 30 minutes. A little bit of our yoga warm-up, some core activation, glutes, stretch. That's it. Check the core class playlist for other classes. We do different series, different ab exercises every week. Subscribe to the channel to get live notifications. Unwrap the feet, windshield wiper the knees side to side. Let's finish off in seated, and then we are done. Roll onto your side, come back in seated. Let's finish with that tall spine again, working on our posture. Last seated stretch here, sitting however it feels comfortable for you. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, reach to the sky. Lengthen through the spine. Nice, tall, lengthen. Exhale it out one more time, and then that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for coming. I hope you got something out of class. Hopefully I will see you again next time. Subscribe to the channel. Exhale it out. That's it for today. I am Dara. Thank you so much for coming. See you next time, guys. Take care of your bodies.